Shepherd Neame, as you know, are the makers of, for one, Spitfire. Possibly the biggest selling beer in the UK. It would be interesting actually to know what is the biggest selling beer in the UK. And Shepherd Neame, Spitfire, email klaxon. Good evening, both of you. Yeah, Shepherd Neame's Spitfire is, when I was at Sainsburys, this was so iconic a beer. Good evening, everyone. And, you know, it used to sell, when it came in and it was on pallets at the front of the store, people would be, at £1 a bottle, people would be buying it massively. It's now at £1.25. Good evening. And, yeah, it is an iconic beer. Yeah, 29 beers. I was really hoping to pick up a bottle of vintage stout, you know, Fuller's. And I was really hoping that they'd had some of the Horning Low in, but no. Otherwise, I'd have got both. But yeah, 75 quid lighter. Oh. Yeah. So Spitfire, that's one of them to taste. The other one, with the slightly dodgy name of Bishop's Finger. I mean, that's just wrong. But saying that, it is a great beer. And another, I mean, that was £1.25 from Sainsburys, who aren't cheap. Good evening. And this was £1.20 from Sainsburys again. And, you know, 5.4%. Good days. And then also, Cloudwater Chubbies Enhanced. 10%. Oh, bless you. Good evening. And then also, and good evening again, everyone. Stinking Bishop. And then from Sainsburys, a Shepherd Neame. I mean, you can tell it's Shepherd Neame because you just look at the bottle. You know, it's the same bottle. Made for Sainsburys, you know, Taste the Difference brand, and it's their London Porter. Good evening, Scott. And I caught Barry's live earlier after I was driving at the time, so I couldn't watch it. And what you're saying about watching people's beer reviews, you can't watch them all. There's no chance on God's green earth you can watch every beer review that everyone brings out. There's not enough hours in the day. So, first things first, we're going to go on the Spitfire, the iconic beer of Britain. You know, this fella is iconic. I watch what I can. Yeah, I try and slip the odd one in, and I just can't do it. I've got too much of a life to be watching every beer review going. And then when you do so many beer reviews yourself, you struggle to watch other people's beer reviews. Oh, thank you for that. I've just seen that comment come up. Get rid of the water out the bottom. Yeah, I need to get them last few Aldi ones. The double IPA, which is supposed to be dreadful. And that one you reviewed earlier that you didn't like and you went on a rant on. So there we have it. Is it? Oh, I've got to get it. I've got to try and get it. I might nip out tomorrow. Yeah, so the one Scott did earlier and the double IPA, they're the ones. Yeah, you can't watch everything. It's impossible. Impossible. I did have one beer review where I absolutely slated the beer and chucked it down the sink. No, I bet they don't. No. Unless it's got different branding. So for those who don't know Spitfire, not everybody does, let's be fair. On the back it says amber, toffee and spice aromas. Hoppy, bitter finish. Doesn't really say hotels. And surprisingly, for a Shepherd Neame bottle, It hasn't got the see, smell and taste that a lot of the Shepherd Neames have got, which is unusual. You can smell the hops straight away. Beautiful looking pour. So we'll put the bottle there where it should be. Jolly good show. And Lancaster Bomber. Well, let's be fair, somebody's having a laugh at Audi, aren't they? You know, they can't be putting shit like that out. It just makes the beer industry look bad. And the brewery who did it, if you can guarantee that was the brewery who did it, you know, for them it's not good. It's not good business. Because people will think, well, I'm not going to buy from that brewery, because if they can't brew it right for Audi, Hogshead again. Yeah. But people will buy it. A lot of people who are fans of craft beer, the word will go around. A lot of people will buy it just to see how bad it is, and then never buy it again, obviously. Although this weekend at the supermarkets, the shelves have been rammed. Yeah, Spitfire. It's just iconic. It sells well all the time, and now everywhere selling it for £1.25. It's guaranteed big sales. It really is. Lovely amber pour, Whitehead. Yeah, it's bad business. You know, you want to be. For me, brew it good. I don't understand that. What were their head brewers thinking about? Brew it good, make it drinkable. What happens? You buy one. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to go back and buy 3 more, 4 more. You know, stupid. No, I wasn't keen on Spitfire. Good evening. And yeah, I wasn't keen on Spitfire Gold either. I felt that it was a dilution of the name, a bit like Goblin IPA, really. Yeah, Shepherd Neame. It's all good traditional beer, isn't it? Their Christmas ale is absolutely outstanding. Couldn't get the bugger. Didn't want to pay for a case. I'm not that rich that I can start paying for cases just to get one beer review. Yeah. I mean, today I was paid for one of my jobs. So I went to Waitrose and spent 79 quid on beers. And I don't do that very often. Can't afford to. Maybe the margin's too tight, you know. Oh. So there was a slight hop on the aroma. Now I'm getting that bit of spice on the aroma. Certainly got toffee and spice in the taste. Good evening. Such an iconic beer. And even today, with all the craft beers out there, it still can hold its own. And that says something. Whereas a lot of beers struggle these days against the craft generation of beers. Sales don't go wrong. I don't think I've ever had this on draft, though, in a pub. I have had it, obviously, plenty of times in bottle. And look at that, beautiful. And you can just see a bit of carbonation on the inside, funnily enough. Thank you. It was a cracking beer hall. Didn't get everything I wanted. I really wanted the Horning Low, the new Horning Low. But when Waitrose put that on a 4 for 6 quid, that was unbelievable. I reckon that it was going out of date and they needed to clear it. So what they did, it's normally £4 a bottle. You spent 60 quid at low cost. I'm tempted. Yes, definitely going to the pub next Monday. In Nottingham, it's actually quite sunny now. Good evening. It's actually quite sunny, so it's going to be 14 tomorrow. So we're going to fill the hot tub up tomorrow and do some hot tubbing across the universe. 2 Citras in the shipyard, bless you. No, and this Spaten, yeah, that's one of the reasons I do want to do a low cost order. I do want to try and get Spaten and Lowenbrow, try and get the reviews in. Grantham. Hey, I wasn't far away from Grantham earlier. I was at Newark. Not too far. Yeah, there was at Sainsburys. They were rammed. I wish I was going to Londonderry. I could go there with 200 quid, and yeah, I might do a low cost delivery tonight. Order tonight. I've got 30 quid, so then again that means I've got to pay £7 bloody postage. Might try and scrounge a tenner off the wife and give her a tenner back another day. Peterborough, ooh. Yeah, or I might go to Adventure Beer. I've got 30 quid to play with, so I'm definitely doing another beer haul from somewhere. And then that's my lid put back on. I've 29 new beers today. Nottingham's got some decent pubs, yeah, as long as you stay away from the idiot pubs where they all want to scrap each other's. The Audi Stout, was that the vanilla one? That was the only, that and the New England IPA, I think were the best. They're a really, really bad bunch. It was a shit shower shit, that Audi. Yeah, well, it's like a beer chat. It's more casual than an actual review. But yeah, I will be giving it my that's me sorted for a long time. 29 new beers. Got to make room now. I ain't got room now for the beer wall. And then I've got to put them on Instagram. So take a photo of all the beers together and then Instagram and tag in all the breweries that I can tag. And yeah, that's going to be a ball ache tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm going to have this beer chat, then I'm going to go up the house. I've already done a review for later. So I've reviewed this. Well, I reviewed that for later. And Castle Rock's Seeper, very nice. But yeah, I'm going to have a night off. I drank too much wine last night and I felt shite all day. So, and I got a red card off the wife. Yeah, and I got a red card off the wife, so I'm knocking it off tonight. No beer. After these three, that's it. I'm not drinking till tomorrow, early. Shelterstone. Yeah, not heard of that one before. San Carlos. If you've got the pennies, get the San Miguel and get the San Carlos and try and there is a difference. There is a difference. Like all beers, though, you know, when you start, when you put it against, yeah, one of the lads off the channel bought it for me, gifted it, and so it's gone there. And yeah, we like to ring the bell probably once or twice, or so, sometimes even more. It gives that like a pub feeling, you know. And I don't know if anybody's seen the cherry beer. Good evening. The cherry beer review I posted earlier. So I'm doing that. I'm uploading some of my classic reviews from not in the last year because they're not, you know, they've all been watched. But you know, from the first year and a half. Thank you. And for the first year and a half, a lot of reviews just didn't get noticed. So I've put some on to let you see what the beer room was like. This was all blank. If you watched that review earlier. Have you? Bless you. Good evening. So, on the old Spitfire, truly iconic beer. I did feel that, and it happened at the same time, that Shepherd Neame brought out Spitfire Gold, Hobgoblin, Witchwood brought out Hobgoblin Gold, and then Wadworth also bought Wadworth Gold. And you're like, bloody hell, talk about diluting. Good evening. I have some good pissed up reviews as well. If I can find the good reviews, I want to bang them on, because there's some where I've drank a beer and wasn't expecting much and it blew me away. And some that you can't even get now, sadly. sadly you can't get. And it's nice just to have a little bit of a, and it saves me drinking too many beers in one day as well. And keeping off the wine. I'm not going to brew any more wine. I don't think I'm going to brew any wine this year. I'm definitely going to brew beers, but maybe not wines. Try and stop myself from splurging. Try. Maybe, do you know, sometimes I find with beers that, you know, if it's been a year or two since you've reviewed something, yeah, I'm going to do I'm going to do some homebrew videos soon, live ones, and I might even do them down the beer room. Set up the camera so it can see the whole of this desk, and have the laptop on so I can see comments, and yeah, and have the water to fill the kettle back up, so I have to put the kettle down here, and it's better down here. The beer wall, you know, makes it look better. Although the camera's not high enough up tonight, it's showing too much of the decking, the crappy decking. Yeah, I want to do mixed brew, you know, brew two kits together, like Tad and Drinking Partners has done. And there's lots of experimental stuff I want to try and do, you know, like ginger imperial stouts, and yeah, there's definitely want to try and do some different stuff. Definitely. Toffee apple cider, yes. Bulldog, lovely. It is beautiful. It's very, very similar to Brothers. If you like the Brothers toffee apple cider, you'll love it. Rump steak with prawns. I'm having rump steak as well, but with Stilton over the top. I suppose with mixing two beers together, you've got to think, have you seen that? Like with me, I might do, yeah. When I've got the gas barbecue back up and running, yeah, mixing like a stout. Obviously, you won't mix a stout with a lager, you know. But mixing two IPAs together, that's interesting. Mixing a ginger, I mean, to be fair, you can mix any ginger beer with virtually anything. You know, a ginger lager, I don't know if that'd be nice, but certainly a ginger IPA and a ginger stout. I mean, if you go up the ladder in price, you start going to the likes of you know, if Wilco's are the bargain basement ones. If we go up the ladder, we're looking at the St. Peter's kits. They're lovely. The honey porter, the cream stout, the ruby red. I'm not so keen on the golden ale. Not so bothered about that. But certainly them free kits. And there's some amazing kits out there. And I do this year. I want to brew. I've got the capacity to brew 4 at a time, or 5 if I go for the push. I can actually do 5 brews all in one. Good evening. And so yeah, I mean, at some stage, once I get rid of the wine, I've got 22 litres of pure wine that I've got to get rid of. It is nice, isn't it? It's nice to have an iconic beer. It's what it's all about. Beer drinking at its finest. Yes, Easter brew. Absolutely gorgeous. But beware. That. Yeah. But I'd only be able to do it once, and then I'd have to try and bottle it up in that. So I'll have to have a lot of bottles. I am going to barrel age some. I'm going to, you know, the Imperial Stout. Boxing on Channel 5. I'm going to get Love Brewing's Imperial Stout again, and I'm going to buy 2 kits of it, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to barrel age it. I'm going to use bourbon chips in the barrel to actually barrel age the beer and see if it works. And do a ginger, and certainly do a butterscotch. I'd like to do prunes as well, but I'm. Oh, the book. Yeah, where is the cat? Oh, yeah. There we go. Put the cat there. Oh, help. No, it's gone. Guinness. I like, Guinness was what got me into stouts. So Guinness was my first stout. Yeah, it's all about, I haven't got a wooden barrel, so I can't do that. You never know with a review thing. That's all right. I'm down here for a bit. Yeah, and Guinness is a strange one because it tastes okay cold, freezing cold even, but it's also good at room temperature. I mean, I prefer it at room temperature, and the variations. What one beer? My Imperial Russian Stout I brewed for Christmas. Yeah, I could drink that till the cows come home. I'm on my last few bottles as well, so I'll not be drinking it much longer. Yeah, if it's a Green King pub, Guinness is the one I take, because there's no real ales. The John Smith's review, my first review. Yeah, that was scary, that was. And, yeah, scary review. Did they? Oh, that's interesting. I'd love to go to some of these big breweries. They don't do many. Abbott Ale, they do. So Abbott Ale or Guinness, most likely. .5% ghost ship. Yeah, the ghost ships, these low ABV traditional beers, they aren't great. They aren't great at all. I like the reserve version as well. Of Abbott. I like the extra strength, but that's just me being me. Murphy's, yeah, Murphy's is a good beer. I'm not sure if I've actually reviewed Murphy's, to be fair. I'll have to look it up. I've reviewed the Guinness Pilsner, but I've not had it on tap. No. I am going to the pub on April the 12th. My wife's going for a run, and we're going to meet at the pub, whichever pub that is, and I'm going to do a review from the pub. I'll find a seat, or I'll stand next to the fence and talk on my phone while I'm drinking. 0% beers are good if you can't drink beer for a medical reason. But other than that, no. Yeah, definitely got to do I'll try and get there for about 4 o'clock as well, and see if I have to book a table or something daft. Welcome from Belfast. Been to Belfast many times on my way over to London, Derry. Yeah, alcohol free. It's the traditional breweries don't make good alcohol-free beer. The craft breweries, they make exceptional alcohol-free. And the German breweries, the Weisse beers, they make exceptional alcohol-free. The craft, the traditionals try and go too heavy on malt, and it ruins the beer. Well, yeah, you're better off just drinking water, aren't you? It's a lot bloody cheaper. And when they open indoors, we're going to go for, like every one of us, we've got friends who we haven't seen for a year that we need to go and have a booze up with. And I can't wait. Get draft beers from local pubs, bring them back and review them. Or if I'm really, really brave, I'll review them in the pub. But I can imagine the pubs being busy when June the 21st comes as well, definitely. Good evening. Love that. So, you're totally enjoying this. It's going down a treat. Oh, I didn't think I was going to be able to drink anything. Yeah, so what I've got at the side of this, where the beer room is, tap room, I've got a big privet bush that stops the nosy neighbours over there looking into my shed when I'm doing beer reviews, so I'm thankful for that. And then I've also got an oak tree that I'm not thankful of, because in years to come it's going to be an issue. That side of me. And I'll be claiming off them if any branches come through my roof. That's it. I do wonder sometimes when I walk around supermarkets, but then when when you're like that and people can't really recognise you, but somebody did in Sainsburys, so yeah. Yes, we've got robins and blackbirds in and around. There's other birds as well, but I don't know what they are. Yeah. And it's right next, it's at the back of their garden, and I'm at the back of my garden. So there's the oak tree there. And yeah, it's only going to get bigger. It's going to be interesting. They've got to get a tree surgeon out at some stage and nobble it. In my opinion, depends how big your garden is. I mean, having trees is great. It's great to it's great for the oxygen they give, and like the privet as well. It all sucks in all the crap. But all them leaves and then the issues that come around it. I was going to ring it one year. I was going to go round when I was going to go over the fence and just take the bark off all the way round. But that's not very nice. It's naughty. So I've got a pear tree at the side of the beer room that I thought was an apple tree. So being a garden, that's ridiculous, isn't it? I was the one who bought it as well. So I had a good 200 pears off it last year. It's only a small tree. Amazing how little trees can give off so much fruit. And I keep it small as well. Yeah, ash. Ash, Latin name, Fraxinus excelsior. Oak tree, Quercus robur. Obviously, there's lots of variations on the themes as well. I've actually bought this winter a plum tree. Oh God, yeah, London Pride many times. And I've also got a cherry tree. Pear cider. I did do some pear wine. It tastes like paint stripper. Hello again. Very well. A boozy day out in Melbourne. Oh, can't fault you. So is Australia in full open now? Just out of curiosity. 10% pear cider. I might do a cider this year instead of doing a wine, and try and lower my content. I'm learning myself that I really need to drop down, stop having late night wines. It's not the greatest of things to do. One, it gets you a red card off the wife, and I got a bollocking this morning, and I felt like crap all day, which you don't really want at any age. There's drinking, and then there's overdoing it, and I just need to pull that side away. I'm getting better, not as bad as what I was, and but yeah, it's definitely a thing. So no, I got the right moan, and she's right. She's totally right. So, to do a little bit of a review, not that I'm really reviewing, but amber pour, clear amber pour, white head on the nose. It was hoppy to start off with, and then I got the spicy, I got toffee, and so easy drinking, an iconic, totally. Yeah, they've won a game, thankfully, at last. An iconic beer. You know, there's a reason why it's one of the best-selling beers in supermarkets. Although £1.25 helps as well. Out of 5 for me, if I'm going to give it a score, I'll say, you know, about a 4 point. Yeah, I was going to say 4.3 to be fair. A 4.3 out of 5. Yeah. I suppose with bottles, yeah, it is funny. Shepherd Neame do seem to put everything in clear bottles. So that's it for this one. So on to the next beer. And the good thing is, I haven't got to mess about restarting. I can just go on to the next. So what we'll do, we'll shake it up. That's the first beer. We're going on to London Porter now. And I'll grab a new glass. So you can tell by the glass, this is Shepherd Neame. And we've gone for a porter, nice dark beer. Taste the difference. My old workplace, Sainsburys. And I'll read off the back for you. So, London Porter. A rich, dark beer packed with intense flavours of chocolate and spicy licorice. Yeah, I've got about 60 glasses over there now. Well, that's a bugger having to wash glasses all the time. Doesn't matter nothing. Especially when you review 3 or 4 beers a night. This style of beer was very popular in London during the 18th century and can trace its roots back to 1720. It is brewed with charred malt and English hops to give a truly unique flavour. This is Shepherd Neame's delicious interpretation of this classic beer. And so, origin, Faversham in England. Style, porter. Taste, rich, dark chocolate with a hint of licorice. 5% volume. Yeah, it's not the, unless you go to Sainsbury's, you ain't getting it. And to be fair, Sainsbury's was absolutely slaughtered when I went in yesterday. I wanted to pick up the Fuller's 1845, but thankfully today I got 2 of them. One for review and one for necking when I'm chilling out in the garden, and or a future Fuller's night. You know, if people have got a Waitrose near them, I might do a Fuller's Saturday night beer chat. That'll be interesting. It's all about having a Waitrose. My Waitrose in town in Nottingham City is a little dinky one, so it ain't got half these beers anyway, so it's pointless going. So I drove to Newark, bypassing my workplace, and took the wife in to show her around. And yeah, so it was a good drive. Then on the way back, we went to a farm shop as well. Didn't get any bloody beers because the beers I'd already drank. But I did get some pork scratchings. Hey, proper pub food. Oh. I've not had the Imperial Porter. No. There's one in Nottingham City. There's one at Bingham. There was one at Woolerton. But now the nearest is Newark. I mean, it was a big store, thankfully. Hold on. Little food review on the side. Right. So, here we go. Crispy on this side, obviously. Soft on that side. Oh, you really can smell that salt. And the pork, yeah. Oh. Scratching reviews. Oh, yeah, definitely good crunch. Yeah, one does apologise. I love pork scratchings. Oh, just getting rid of the water at the bottom of the glass. So we'll see if this one pours okay. Always interesting. Oh, nearly lost some. I'm sure these are supposed to be pint glasses. So it's a pint glass, supposedly. That's a 500ml bottle. 500, 568. Something's not right. So there we go, from Sainsburys. New artwork on the can as well. Black pour, off-white head, inch of head. Once I've got the barbecue up and running, and I'm doing steaks, and either a beer and steak or wine and steak. So yeah, lovely pour to it. So you do get the licorice on the nose. You do get the chocolate as well. Well, let's dive in. At the moment, all I can smell is pork scratchings, although they are nice. Oh, I drank a litre and a half of Amarone Italian fine wine, own brew, and I was on Craig Kent Beer Reviews. He does a Friday night live. He's awesome bloke, awesome channel, and he has lots of other beer reviewers. So if you're into beer, other beer reviewers, I slept brilliantly. Yeah, can't even remember going upstairs. And yeah, I got up this morning, and straight away the wife was in a foul mood. I'm thinking, oh shit. So I hid in the bed, made out I was asleep. And I didn't go downstairs until she went running. So I went downstairs and I was feeling rough as badgers. And yeah, she came back. I got the bollock in. And I did 14%. So it was in a cup. I poured it into a normal teacup. And I poured one glass, then another glass. And before you know it, I must have drank the whole lot. I come downstairs this morning, looked at the bottle, and I thought, oh, shit. And yeah. And that's on top of 7 beers in the daytime that I'd already drank. So my alcohol content yesterday was rather on the high side. It is. I just drank one. It was like, whoop, gone. I'll pour a bit more out. Whoop, gone. Another one. And yeah, I felt it today. And yeah, I just couldn't. Yeah, it can. And it's the reason why I'm going to put a stop on myself brewing any wine. Although I might do a few juice wines this year. I definitely want to rebrew cherry juice wine because it was so amazing. My blood must be wine. Oh God, yeah, she don't take long. You see, she'll be angry with me for drinking too much. If I wanted to, I could quit altogether. I could walk away. And the other week, you won't say the other week, but we was having issues with some idiots on this chat. I think they were kids, to be honest. And it got to the stage where I'm thinking, oh, sod this. I don't do beer reviews to have people trolling me. I'm not into it at all. And the other week I thought, oh, sod the beer. I might just quit it all. And I didn't, obviously, but yeah, and within an hour she's back to normal. She's forgiven me for being an idiot, and yeah, we get back on. Yeah. Mango wine. Yes, I'm thinking about doing an apple and mango juice wine. Yes, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm never going to go down the prune wine again. It is a lovely beer. Chocolate, licorice. Thank you. Yeah, you know. And sometimes I have to remember that I run a website and I get dickheads all the time. Jesus, yeah, don't end up at King's Cross. You know, you're better off dossing at my house. What music? Do you know, on the local Nottingham stations? Yeah, I'll save some pear wine for you as well. I am going to offload a load of it to my mate just to get rid of it. And then once I've got rid, I'm all sterilised up, and I've got some pennies, obviously. And has anybody got PayPal? Does anybody use PayPal? Well, on my website, I get people wanting to put adverts on my website, links, posted articles. It's a bit of money coming in. And over the years, I've chopped and changed. You know when you hit their limit, I thought, bugger that. I'll close that account. I'll close that, start a new account up. And then in the end, I went verified. And anyway, somebody wanted a link on my site the other week, sent me 150 quid to my old PayPal account. I could not get into the bloody PayPal account. That PayPal account, it had a phone number on that we haven't got anymore. And for 2 months now, couldn't get into this flipping account to send the money back so he could send it to my new account because I'd already breached the limit. And today I thought, how the fucking hell do I get this money? And today I went on different phones, different PayPal app, and it kept saying, text you the number. Well, you can't text to a number I haven't got. And then I put down, do it another way. And it still wanted to text it. And I'm thinking, oh God. And today I went incognito on a secret browser. Good evening. Went on a secret browser. I managed to get into my account and I've refunded him the 150 quid. So with any luck, I've got 150 quid's worth of homebrew money coming back to me, hopefully. You never know. But yeah, they wanted me to ring them up. And I'm not ringing PayPal because I don't want to start asking questions and that. Why have you got one account and then you made another? You know, these questions I don't want to ask, you know, answer rather. You know, it's none of their business. I did it because I didn't want to break their limits that they had. And I didn't want to give them too much information, access to my bank accounts and that sort of thing. But now I've gone fully open and I've got the access and all that. It has been a good day, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to get quite a few beer, probably a couple of juice wines, maybe, and definitely get some beers on the way. Thinking of the beer festival in October. PayPal takes so much as well. If someone sends you 150, they'll take 7 quid, and you're like, robbing bleeders. Yeah, I mean, if you look at beers that have gone downhill. Good morning. If you look at beers that have gone downhill, Newcastle Brown Ale, oh my gosh, that is awful now compared to the beer it was. Good evening, Slurpee. Now, what's this about another raggy parody? Or am I dreaming? I did try and search earlier and I couldn't get it on YouTube. So is it on your channel? Do I have to search channels? I intend to over the next few days. Not tonight. No, no, no. Yeah, Nuki Brown. What have they done? Oh, right, yeah, right, yeah. It's not me. Aha. Is it Bullman then? It's got to be Bullman. How do? 42. Or 40 now. It's funny how people come on and flit on and flit off. There, I suppose it's been those. It'll back up again. Yeah, the experience is to come on. Other people obviously will watch a little bit. I wish. They'll watch a bit incognito, and you can't fault them really. You know, sometimes people don't want to make out they're watching you. You know, I suppose. I mean, I'll flip onto people's beer reviews, but I always leave I'll try and leave a little bit of it. I watch some of it. You know, put a comment in, especially if it's a nice beer that I know, and then I'll drop off again. You know, because I can't watch every beer review. It's impossible. You can't do it. I'd love to see who actually comes on the beer reviews. You know, from a nosy perspective, just to see who is watching. It would be funny. Well, I don't blame you. Yeah. Yeah. We've all got lives, haven't we? Can't fault the PlayStation. Mangrove Jack's Juicy Session IPA. There's a lot of Mangrove Jacks being brewed at the moment. And good evening. You can click on the screen. I know you can click on to find out who's participating. That I do know. But I don't know about the people who actually watch the people who are watching in the background who aren't commenting. That would be interesting. Just out of curiosity, because I'm a nosy bastard. Oh, Old Nutty N is fantastic. And I do wish that Green King and Moorland, and I have messaged them about this, would bring back the hens, all the hens, the Nutty N, the Oppie N, the Spooky N, Hen's Tooth. You never know. 6.4, bless you. And yeah, I do wish they would. You know, what we can't do is lose good beers. There is a Raggy Parody number 2. I searched Raggy Parody earlier, it didn't come up. Is that you then? Yes, I have. St. Peter's Cream Stout. Yes. Amazing. If you go to my St. Peter's Brewery playlist, you'll find it. I've definitely reviewed it. Yeah. I've drank 7 pints in an hour and a half watching England play. 7. Yeah, 7 in an hour and a half. Yeah, definitely. And it was amazing too. It was something like 6.5%. It was bloody amazing. The kit only goes up to 5%, if memory serves me correctly. Seven pints in an hour and a half. No, I was just on the toilet, bloody weeing loads. So my best ever day that I did drinking was going to London to the Oxo Tower. No, I was just absolutely bursting. Went to the Oxo Tower in London. I have mentioned this before, to be fair. On the way down on the train, drank a bottle of wine on the way down on the train. Got to the. It was a wine course. Got to the course. On the first course, it was whiskies. 12 shots of whiskies. on the next area, 5 glasses of champagne, and then another glass of champagne because it was so nice. Then I had beer, ginger wine, port and sherry, and then I went on to Sainsburys, a couple of Sainsburys beers, and then I went on to wines, Prosecco, drank all them glasses, and then on the train on the way home drank another bottle of wine on the train, and I was pissed out my face, but I was still decent and did not get a red card. That was my unbelievable day. That was just absolutely out of the, you know. Thank you. Yeah, limits. I'm terrible. You know, I've got to be honest, I've drank way too much over lockdown. Partly because of anxiety issues, working at a really bad workplace. But even now, like last night, I dropped a bollock last night. You know, you start drinking and you just neck it. And yeah, it's you get a taste, don't you? And you just carry on. And, you know, moderation is king. Ah, so moderators can post links. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, I know that I drank too much last night, you know. Yeah. The same with wine. Yeah, Max. It's the same with wine. What, a pint of whiskey? Is that plains? Or I've done pints of whiskey when I was badly last year. Goaty's done a parody of me. Ah, that's interesting. Is that on YouTube then? Yeah. I'll link to that. Or if you want, I can download it and chuck it on my channel. Let me know. And if you let me know via comments, if you let me know on Facebook, I can chuck it on my channel. So you get a lot more people watching. Yeah. FaceTube. Is it on Facebook, is it? Yeah, I'll chuck it on the channel. It don't bother me. Hello. Good evening. So we're on the lovely London Porter from Sainsburys. Tasty Difference range, but it's obviously Shepherd Neame. Yeah, low in your content. You know, as much as we all like a beer, you know, you've got to think about your health. I'm the same. I'm as bad as anybody. I can't preach to no one. No, I've not seen it. Is it bad? Are you ripping it to bits? Yeah. That's why I'm doing that's why I'm bringing some of these classics out as well, because there's some good beer reviews that nobody ever watched because it was too early in the channel. I would drink this porter again, and I have done before. It's a fantastic porter. When I get down to the last bit, I'll go into review mode instead of just chatting mode. Yeah, I've got an app now that I can download off the internet, download it onto my computer and then re-upload. So yeah, that'll be interesting later. I'll do that later. Thank you. And you know, it's all about being a normal person. We are normal people, you know. I'm not trying to be anybody I'm not, you know. Person you see is the person you talk to in real life. Mr. Goathead 53, he knows that because he's actually come to my house and in my beer room. And yeah, just a normal person doing beer reviews. I may not get South Carolina. Oh, I can't wait to go back to America. It's not going to be this year. It's going to be next year. Yeah. Having time for people. You know, we're all on a journey. You know, it's been a journey this last year. Some of us have lost people, and I've got a family member. They lost their nephew-in-law. He lost his granddad, and his dad was in hospital with COVID at the same time. His dad was on a ventilator, and you know, he was so ill. Yeah, it was good. It was a good parody. Yeah, I like it. It's great. Yeah, the more parodies, the better. You know, if you want to film yourself doing a parody, and then you can send it to me, I'll put it on the channel, so that you'll get a lot of views, because other beer reviewers like to watch the piss being took out of people. It's all good. Alcoholic man seeks a drink. Yeah, that's me all over. Yeah, English all over. Although I like, you know, I'm a Brit. When it comes to Britain, I think the UK and Ireland, we're all in one thing. I know there's obviously Ireland, want Northern Ireland to be part of Ireland and to separate, and I suppose Scotland and Wales want to separate. But I think we are Great Britain and Ireland, and it will always be that for me. We are our own against the rest of the world. Yeah, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? It's what it's about in life. It's about having a laugh. So, oh, still got some in the bowl. Jesus. That's better. All right, I was going to do the review, but I'll wait a minute. Ever been to Ireland? Yes. My wife was born in Londonderry. My wife was born in Londonderry, which is on the border, next to the border of Ireland. So we've been to Letterkenny in Ireland, Portstewart. I've been to the, what's it called? The Dinosaur's Feet Jobber. And I don't know if it's in Ireland or Northern Ireland. But I've also been to Belfast many times, and you drive down the motorway over there to get to Londonderry. Some lovely countryside. You know, it is an amazing place. Yeah, it's got a good head still, hasn't it? Yeah, decent. Giant's Causeway, yes. Thank God there's somebody from Ireland on the channel. It's holding well, isn't it? My wife's family can drink some beer. Oh, I can drink some beer on a good day, but I can't drink what they can drink, that's for sure. To be sure. I do. Next time we go over to Ireland, obviously my wife's grandma, she passed away 3 years ago now, and she was the glue. Do I? Oh, that's interesting. You know, if I'm in Northern Ireland, we'll have to sort something out and have a pub sesh. Get the wife to drive. Yeah. Do you know, Great Britain, you know, it's an amazing, some of the scenery in Britain is amazing. You know, we don't get the weather, you know, the weather's crap, you know, forget the weather. But the scenery, there's so much history, it is amazing. America get the weather. Yeah, we don't, funnily enough. But you never know, I suppose, in the future with global warming, we might get some nice weather. But yeah, a lot of rain, cold. I mean, it's been sunny today, but it's still been a bit on the chilly side. You know, it's still jacket weather. That's why I've got my jacket on. Yeah. I mean, this year, Britain, you know, most people are going to have to holiday in Britain, and it's good. It's good for our economy, and our economy needs it. The bounce back is coming. Trust me. You can see it, can't you? You know, you can really see the bounce back coming. You know, if I had the money, a beer van delivering craft beers like ice creams would be the thing, because I think you'd make a fortune. Have all your lagers, your beers and your craft beers. Have it absolutely stacked, going round selling beers to people on the street. Wow, what an interesting, especially new craft beers as well. Getting your stuff, you know, either from Sainsburys, Aldi, and just, yeah, I know. It's all about having that pennies, isn't it? Yeah, Wales. Oh dear, I'd love to go to all these places. Irish craft beer. Ooh. A cousin of my wife, he had a big house in Ireland. It was like a bloody mansion. It was that posh. It had a vacuum cleaner throughout the house that you just plug into the wall. You plug the pipe into the wall and it hoovers up. Amazing. Yeah. Could you imagine having that? And I'm surprised it doesn't come out. You could have wine, gin. I'd love a camper van. I would. You know, if I win the lottery, we're going to buy a camper van. If camper van, you know, me, the wife, the lad, young'un, going round. Oh, it'd be awesome. Yeah, you could make a fortune. Pub on, yeah, you could. And if you had draft as well, oh my gosh, you know, plastic glasses, obviously, because you don't want to give anybody decent glasses, but you could. It would be an amazing thing. Yeah. So, black pour, off white head, great lacing, good carbonation. I'll go into review mode for a second. Chocolate, licorice. There's a hint, there's a roasty toastiness to it. I could convert something, yeah. I'd do it out of pallets, yeah. I could easily convert something. That was lovely. 5%, tasted like a 5% as well. For me, oh, a good 4.4 out of 5. Yeah, I really like that. And yeah, you can taste the difference, you know, to put a phrase. So, I'm just about to go on the bishop's finger, but I do need the toilet break as well. So, 2 seconds. I will shut my door. Oh dear. Bit of a chill in the air now. So, no, I won't piss in the hot tub. So, let me get the old adventure beer glass out. This one can do. Oh. So yeah, Bishop's Finger, Nun's Delight. So the I would say this is, you know, the second of the most iconic beers from Shepherd Neame. The name just absolutely chuckles me. Bishop's Finger. It sounds so dodgy. So I'll read off the back. And it is a 5.4%. So I've left the strongest to last, funnily enough. So, a classic Kentish strong ale. Bishop's Finger takes its name from a dirty bishop who, that's disgusting, isn't it? No, I'll tell you what it takes its name. So, from the name of an ancient signpost on the Pilgrim's Way, pointing pilgrims to the shrine of Thomas à Becket of Canterbury Cathedral, one of the oldest names in British beer. This classic British ale is brewed with chalk filtered mineral water drawn from deep beneath the brewery and Shepherd Neame's signature Kentish hops. Its authenticity is assured by both its UK protection, geographic origin, and EU protected geographical indication status. So, wow. And that's the first time I've read that. So that is quite interesting. On the back, it says, you see chestnut brown. That's handy to know. You smell roast, toffee and berries. You taste rich, fruity and bitter. 5.4%. That was interesting. And you know, sometimes, good evening, sometimes it's actually nice to know the backstory behind a beer. You know, good evening again. And yeah, getting the backstory behind a beer, it makes that beer ever so much more interesting. So we'll try this and we'll see how we go. So for my 2000th, when I get there, obviously, it's going to be a while, I know that. So for my 2000th, so my 2000th subscriber, when that happens, whenever it happens, I think we're on 1,622 earlier. It's gone up, it's going up at some rate. I think with YouTube, it's like a stone rolling. At the beginning, you're like turning that bloody stone. It's like, oh, no one's subscribing. And then when it gets to a certain stage, it seems to get a little bit faster. And I know people that have got 2,000 subscribers and they've gone up to something. I mean, I know one person, he's gone up to 300,000 subscribers. Wow. And I know a Nottingham bloke who's got like 750,000, lad baby in Nottingham. And all he does is do videos of him and his missus. I'm actually reviewing beer. So, lovely pour. Chestnut, I remembered. A blackcurrant Berliner Weisse. Ooh. Do you know, I'm growing more into Berliner Weisses. I did have one from Brewing. I got from lowcostbeer.com. And that was a purple Berliner Weisse. It was unbelievable. So, chestnut brown. Yes, I did remember. Yeah, but I would have said chestnut all day long anyway. Whitehead. Yes, I can see the carbonation on the inside. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Yeah, Bishop's Finger. It just sounds so wrong. I don't care about the history. Oh, malty nose. Is there a hint of berries in the nose? Yeah. Our palates change. Our taste buds change. What we did like, we don't. And then sometimes, all of a sudden, you'll like it again. And this is the interesting thing about beers. Things change. Oh, the Bishop's Finger. Dirty bastard. Depends where he's been shoving his finger. And again, another beer I've never had on draft. I've only had it in a bottle. Yeah. And it's great to have a lady in the house who's got a sense of humour. Not a blokey sense of humour, but you get what I'm saying. You know, bit of banter, a good sense of humour. That, yeah. There's the card. Yeah, I had that last night. Yeah, full on red. Yeah. And I suffer with anxiety. So this morning I got up and I know I was heading for a bollocking. I slept in bed until she went out and sneaked downstairs. I know, poor bishops, eh? Although I bet the bishops do like a bit of finger. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we know stories about bishops, don't we? And what happens in churches, you know. One does apologise to any bishops watching, but there are stories, you know. Right? Jimmy Savile-esque stories, dirty bastard. Pardon my French. The BBC should have outed him years ago. That was naughty of them. And who was it? The singer that outed him, and they was it Johnny Rotten? He outed Jimmy Savile, and you know, when there is banter's one thing, we all say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Sometimes, you know, I'm fucking guilty of it. You know, sometimes I'll say something. Yeah, I'll say something, and that's not me. It's just the fact that I've said it at the wrong time. You know. But what obviously Savile did, Johnny Rotten called him out. Well, I don't know about being a bishop, but he was ugh. Wraggys confessions, yeah. No. So yeah, another lovely looking pour, 5.4%. Get him. You see, I'm a massive fan of Michael Jackson, but you do wonder, you know, having kids round to his house and the parents letting him. Got to be fair, I would not let my child round to some celebrity's house. I don't give a shit who the celebrity is. I'd be there. And, you know, I'd be there in the background watching. If he did anything inappropriate, he'd get a good hiding. I don't care how much of a celebrity he is. But yeah, you know, you'd hope not, wouldn't you, with Michael Jackson? You would really hope not. I bet it did. Yeah. It was in the 70s Johnny did that, yeah. So it was known. It was known in the trade, in that celebrity trade, it was known. How disgusting they let it get away with it. Definitely a malt fest of a beer. Yeah, he may have been a child himself, yeah. LaToya Jackson, yeah, there is a bit of a maybe Michael's not dead. Yeah. Malty. Yeah, strange, isn't it? What parents would do that? Strangely enough, I got a hint of vanilla then. Weird. What does it say the taste is? Because I'm getting a taste that I can't quite. Fruity and bitter. Rich, fruity and bitter. Yeah, I'll agree with some of that. It is malty. Rich malty for sure. It's hard to pick out an actual fruit. God, I'm sounding drunk as well. That's not a good thing. Not when I go back up the house. Not have a bollocking. Can't be done with it. You didn't put the willies up your mate then? That sounds really wrong. I do get a hint of blackcurrant, if I'm being honest. You know, picking it apart. Damson, you're getting damson as well. Right, that's interesting. You see, sometimes, and I'll be honest, put my hands up, I don't get every single flavour. I get flavours, but I don't know what they are. And then somebody says, like the other day, I was doing a review. And I don't want another red call tonight. I can't do with another moan. Fucking hell. I love damson. Damsons are obviously a type of plum. So I like plums. Yeah, round my gums. And this is the good thing. I like the chat here. I see chat. I've got to be honest. I see chat in some other lives. And the chat it's not a good chat. Yeah. This is the thing. Matt, you're not feeling the man of the cloth. Good to hear. You don't want to be feeling the man of the cloth. Show us your plums. What was the second warning for? Oh yeah, sliding down your throat. And yeah. But I like the chat in here. The chat's good. I'm not asking for. I'm not doing any. You know, I'm just being me, and that's the way it is. The chat's good. Everyone's chatting. Not my lives, but other lives. Yeah, you see the chat and some other beer reviewers' lives. I'm not naming no one because that would be naughty. But I like the chat here. It's more beer related, and that's what I like. We come here for the beer anyway. To chat about beer, chat about life. Jimmy Savile, Michael Jackson, and you know, chopped up bodies in the cemetery. Maybe one night. You know. Yeah, I like being in the pub. You have to remember to say it the right way because people could watch your reviews and say, he was slagging you off, mate. And I'm not really, but I like the chat is the way I like it. No, you get what you get. Everybody's got a different perception. Yeah, I'm not into politics. I really can't be bothered. You know, I don't watch TV. I couldn't care less what's happening in the real world in a lot of ways. I do feel sorry for the breweries and the hospitality trade because they've gone through a shitstorm, and small shops that can't open, they've gone through it. You know, I look round at the empty pubs around Nottingham and it's scary. The amount of pubs that have gone to the wall. I do think they will come back. Good evening. Yeah. You start when the good thing about these chats is you start seeing the same people's names, and you start, you know, you relate to them, even though you don't really know them. You relate, and everyone says hello to everyone. They're chatting away in the background, and I'm just a bit of background noise in some ways. You know that the likes of Green King, Marston's, they own a lot of pubs. If they supported their local breweries, it would help so much. And when you're in them pubs, you will be buying more local beers. The local breweries mean so much to people like myself, you know. Yes, yeah, I've seen that about Joseph Holt's. They've bought pubs. Yeah, I'm off Easter Monday. Yeah, I'm back in Tuesday. Although the boss never told me, I'm just assuming, you know. But I get bank holidays off, so, you know, he already knows. Yeah, the breweries that, let's be fair, there's breweries that have done well in lockdown, weller than other breweries. And, you know, you had to change your, yeah, I'm back on 5 days now. Yeah. So obviously the next week it's going to be a 4 day week and then back on fives. Yeah. Yeah. So actually going to be 6 days working because I've got the gardens to do on Saturday as well. So what I may do is once I get my Alton Towers tickets, what we may do is I may pull the old blokes garden in on a Friday night from R3 till 5, R3 till 5:30 rather, and just so I free the weekend up so I can go to theme parks, because as a family we need to get out more, you know, a bit of interaction with other people, going on theme park rides, enjoying roller coasters. I love that side of things. I do see more micro pubs opening. I do see that. Tap rooms, micro pubs, they are going to open in an abundance. I missed that last comment. Yeah. See, small companies, small breweries can change and adapt. Big breweries, it's not so easy. I mean, where I work, I'm in hospitality. No, I kicked the bottle on the floor, and that's the seat. Um, Companies need to adapt and change to what's out there. And I've seen local businesses adapt and change and thrive because they stood back, look at it and think, rightio, jobs are good. And yeah, I vastly dislike the beer getting reduced in ABV. It changes. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to be kicking the bucket. Fucking hell. Not for another 50 years, hopefully. Hairdressers, yeah. Yeah, I need to cut my hair as well. It's getting a bit long on the side. Luckily, I've got my own snips, so I can do it myself. I don't have to wait for an hairdresser. I don't think we'll see anything earlier than June the 21st. Yeah, I think we're going to see a hell of a lot more micro bars and pubs. I do. A proper haircut for a year, bless you. See, the only problem with beer, and especially food in a beer garden, you get wasps, not spiders, flies, you know, around your food. I can't be done with that rubbish. Eastwood, Nottingham. Another Nottingham person. Good evening. Oh, God, let's hope they do. You know, it's been a shitstorm of a year. Who's bold? Me. I'd pay more than reduce the ABV. Keep it at the same. Yeah. Don't buy from Sainsburys with a special brew. Go to Own Bargains. Much cheaper. It's like 99 pence for a bottle of free 30ml. Much cheaper. Good evening. Someone from Nottingham. I do like when we get local people as well. And this is the thing, isn't it? You know, companies obviously struggling during lockdown. And how you treat your staff will always be remembered. All them shops that were robbing people, charging like £3 for one bloody toilet roll. And you know, that shit, people don't forget. So all them naughty people that did the dirty, you know, it comes back. And eventually, no, I've never seen a grass snake or an adder. No, never. Yeah, Holt's fantastic for deliveries. I do agree with that. Yeah. Oh, you used to have pet snakes, have you? I've only got one snake. Yeah. Be a good person. Be a good manager. I mean, my boss at my present workplace, he had to get rid of his staff. And which, you know he's such a nice person that it hurt him. But if he didn't, it would have killed his business totally. He would have gone under. So you can understand where it comes from. But companies that have done the dirty, you know, it's not good, you know. Yeah, it is a good brewery. Maple Moon. Oh, brilliant. So, it's been a great nearly hour and a half. Yeah. Treat people as you yourself would want to be treated. Have a laugh. Bit of banter. Apologise. You know, if you say something it upsets somebody, there's always a chance that you'll say something that's going to upset. And you know, sometimes when I've been on people's live beer reviews and I've said something, and after that I've said to them, look, I hope you didn't take any offence. I didn't mean it horrible. It was just, you know, a comment. And they didn't, you know, because they know the person that I'm in. Hello, baby. Oh, hello. Is that Billy or baby? One-eyed bed snake. Tuesday, yeah, I've got to get some watering done, and hopefully my little seedlings have grown a bit more, and hopefully the mice have been killed, little bastards. Pardon my French. Parlez-vous français? Je m'appelle Billy Rag. I think that's right. Anyway, all sorts, lots of veg, fruit, herbs, flowers, all sorts. And yeah, I'm going for it. You know, I've got the capacity to grow an immense amount of stuff. I'm doing cuttings, and yeah, not watching me hopefully. No, I wouldn't. I'm sick to flipping death of eating takeaways. I'm sick to death of eating my own food. I'm even bored of steaks, and I don't get bored of steak. I just had a ribeye the other night, and I hated it. I ate it, and it was like, ugh, didn't like it. And I'm fucking fed up of it. I just want to go get somebody else doing this. You know, I've got sunflowers, yeah, kale, lettuce, radish, courgette, yeah, I've got all that. Good on you. You know, it's interesting growing your own. It is. Is that what it is? Does the microphone do your... Is that why you make so many mistakes? Is it the microphone that does your text? I get the same thing. Yeah, I mean, tonight I've got a rump steak up the house, and I'm gonna cook some mushrooms in a pan, cook some mushrooms, and then put some Stilton over the steak. Cut a good knob of Stilton over the steak. Let it melt in to the steak, so you know we're getting the taste of Stilton in the mushrooms and the steak, and maybe a few fries to go with it. the rest of the family, they've got lasagna, but I don't like lasagna, so that's just me. So, one doesn't want to bollock in 2 nights on the run. Otherwise, I'm going to hit the shit. You know, I have got another review coming up later. Yeah, I think I've had a lot of steaks, to be fair. Yeah, mushrooms in the pan, Stilton as well. Job's a good one. So, chestnut pour, Whitehead. On the nose, malty. There was a hint of berries, certainly a hint of blackcurrant. Good evening. Oh, Sophie, I've not been. Yeah, I've still got a bottle of that to review, to be fair. 5.4%. I certainly got blackcurrant in the taste, malty, rich, fruity, I would say. A good beer, you know, it is what it is. You know, another one of Britain's biggest selling beers. Out of 5, a good 4.3 out of 5, if I'm being, you know, yeah, 4.3, well done. Yeah, I've heard it's lively. And that's it for this beer chat review. Thank you everyone for commenting, liking, subscribing. It's been a great chat. I've really enjoyed it. We've had no idiots in the house, and it just makes a good night. Blackcurrant wine, bless you. Thank you all. And another beer review is coming up later, and you never know, there may be a sneaky one, maybe, if I don't get caught out by the wife. And I don't drink hotels tonight. I need to just, yeah. And thank you all. Cheers. And I'll see you tomorrow night at 6. And maybe also during the day. You never know. Cheers all. Thank you. No red